Jacqueline Lavinia Jackie Jackson is an American author and peace activist. She wrote Loving You, Thinking of You, Don't Forget to Pray, a compilation of letters she had sent to her son Jesse Jackson Jr. while the latter was incarcerated. Married to the Reverend Jesse Jackson since 1962, she has been described by the Los Angeles Times as elusive, private and largely unknown to the public. Jackson was born Jacqueline Lavinia Davis on March 7, 1944 in Fort Pierce, Florida, to Gertrude Gertie Davis Brown, a 15-year-old unwed migrant worker who earned 15 cents an hour picking beans. Her mother married Chief Petty Officer Julius Francis Brown Sr. by the time Jackson was 5, and the family relocated to Newport News, Virginia. She has 4 half-siblings through her mother. According to biographer Marshall Frady's book Jesse, Jackson's maternal grandmother was a prostitute. Jackson attended Huntington High School in West Virginia before attending North Carolina A&T State University, then a college. While a student at A&T, she was a protester for civil rights. In an interview with the Public Broadcasting Service, she recounted writing a persuasive paper on how China should get a seat in the United Nations. In 2013, Jackson's son Jesse Jr. pleaded guilty to violating federal campaign laws and was incarcerated for 30 months. While incarcerated, Jackson wrote her son a letter every day. After Jesse Jr. was released, Jackson compiled the letters she had sent to him for the book Loving You, Thinking of You, Don't Forget to Pray. The book was published by Skyhorse Publishing. To promote the book, Jackson and Jesse Jr. appeared on CBS This Morning and WGN. Salon wrote, they used their media appearances to discuss criminal justice reform, the moral failures of the penal system and how best to assimilate ex-convicts, especially those who are not former members of Congress, into roles of productive citizenship. In 1985, Jackson led a delegation of 10 women to Ethiopia, Sudan, and Somalia for relief efforts during droughts across those countries. In 2001, Jackson was arrested at Camp Garcia VX in VX, Puerto Rico along with 9 other activists for misdemeanor trespassing while protesting the United States Navy's bombing tests in the area. She was jailed in San Juan for 10 days and refused to post the $3,000 bail. She received the Peace and Justice Award from the Over the Rainbow Gala for her efforts during the protest. Writing for Ebony in 1984, journalist Hans Massaquoi stated Jackson was an eloquent spokesperson for oppressed minorities, including black women. Jackson was the recipient of an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters from North Carolina A&T State University in May 2021, for a lifetime of dedicated service. During her husband Jesse's run for president in 1984, she spoke at a fundraiser at Howard University, where she stated, "Any woman who cannot vote for Jesse Jackson betrays her own cause." During Jesse's run, Jackson insisted the campaign not answer questions about their personal lives. During the United States presidential election of 2008, Jackson supported Hillary Clinton as the nominee over Barack Obama. Discussing politics on NPR, she stated, "She's the best person for this country at this time. We have a failing economy at this time. The image of women is at rock bottom. I'm looking for someone to elevate not only the economy, but the image of women. Because I know that women are the nucleus of every society. And whenever a society is failing or on its way out, look at the character. Look at the way women are treated. And then you will see what the future holds for our children and that country." Jackson met Jesse, her freshman year at A&T College, on December 31, 1962. At 18 years old and during her sophomore year, Jackson married Jesse. Together they have 5 children, Santita, Youssef Dubois, and Jacqueline Lavinia. Jackson was vaccinated for COVID-19 in January 2021. She was hospitalized with coronavirus in August that same year along with her husband.